Okay, I just hit the record button. Okay, I was thinking actually that I wouldn't record just casual stuff anymore. Okay, wait, this is ill-prepared. Or maybe it is well-prepared. I'm just gonna give this another perspective. I'm just gonna make this a relatively quick thing. Now I have some soup that I stored in the freezer. And now I call this video, and it's gonna be a short instance. Right? It has benefits to sometimes freeze food, but it also has drawbacks because you may not feel like eating what you have just frozen. Okay, this clearly needs some washing. So what I decided to do was to spice up this food a little with coconut cream and blend it. Because when I made the soup, I didn't have a blender. So now I remember the soup as being spicy and I felt like eating it now. And I'm just taking this opportunity to... Yeah, whatever, man. You know what I'm trying to say. You know, I'm just gonna show you something little because my time is precious. And I am still recording, which you may see as a good sign. Okay, so this is a soup that I possibly would find boring. I think it is lentil carrot. So to spice up leftover food, you know, you make it and then when you eat it, you add something precious. Like, whatever, man. Cream, coconut cream. Or you just eat it like this, right? That could also be. This is just a reminder that some people may give less value than what you think is important. This food was cooked by me, and it has also been cooked by using things that would have otherwise been thrown away because of overproduction, which is of course a real issue. But now I have this frozen soup, and now I have to make sure that I'm also going to eat it. I think I will keep the coconut cream, because right now at this moment I feel actually fine. I feel fine. So I'm also trying to see how much fat do you actually need. And could you actually also eat too much fat? Because yes, ketogenic, really nice. But if that means that only eating fat, then I may see the drawbacks from that at some point. So conscious living doesn't mean just making the same mistakes in a different field. Conscious living means that you're looking for solutions and you're paying attention. But the one thing you should probably learn from, you know, becoming more conscious is that anything you overdo is going to become, you know, like any treatment you start to overuse is in itself becoming its own problem again. Which is why, you know, sometimes we make food and we just want to eat it every day, and then we get sick of it. And then we either keep on eating the same food and see where it gets us, or we introduce change. Now, my diet is not vegan, neither is it vegetarian. I simply eat what I feel like eating, but in the way that I want to eat it. And sometimes you just work with what you have been given. And sometimes you can choose freely because people give you money. But, you know, any gift, you know, you don't have to accept every kind of gift. Some people may give you a hug, and then you say, I don't want your hug, I only want to hug my wife, you know, in a loving embrace. Because that'll give us children, you know. Like hugging siblings will never give you anything. You will never feel closer to them, and you will never feel more connected just because you hug. It's just an escape from yourself. And that's what I have realized. So this is saying, hey, the me that cooked this, you know, will now be transcended into the me that ate this, you know, without bickering. The reason why I don't want to use the coconut cream is because at the moment I'm not struggling enough to say I really need this. You know, I just drank a chai tea, you know, with partly vegan milk, vegan milk alternative. I had a dream about coffee, and in the dream I made the coffee, but it was then taken away. You know, somebody discarded it for whatever reason, and that was a very nice dream. I actually don't know when I had it. You know, now I start feeling like maybe I do want the coconut cream. It's just the fear, you know, because if I use the coconut cream now, it's a liter, then what does that also mean? That I have to use it for something. I have to make sure that I'm gonna drink the coconut cream, you know, in one way or another. And that to me comes with the fear of, you know, oh boy, what if, you know, what if I'm not gonna have money anymore? At least then I'll have the coconut cream. You know, now comes my greediness. Or just my, you know, let's just see, you know. I'm just gonna quote Alan Watts then, you know, a fool will become wise as long as he persists in his folly. So sometimes you just have to put it all on one card, and then you say, you know what, this food looks really boring. And, you know, I'm basically living like I don't know what, you know? So this is black pepper. I think it's a nice idea if you take piment, black pepper, cloves, and put it all in here, and then you've got your own spice blend. Because just black pepper, this is a mixture, it's not just black pepper, it's also other pepper, but I'm gonna mix other spices into this fairly soon. Okay, now I just have to make sure, I'm just gonna heat this up. Gonna give it a quick nudge with the blender, which I haven't had for a while, and which I feel like I was missing. I mean, I get it, sometimes soups feel more like... See? I was so sure I would like it more this way. But now I have something extra to clean. Sometimes you think you're improving things, and then you're just gonna make it worse. Right? Sometimes you think you're improving things, and then you're just gonna make it worse. the reason why I want to change this a little bit is fairly simple. Oh wow, it tastes nice. It certainly tastes nice. I just want to do this to keep on struggling. I eat this now, I'm gonna hate myself, I'm gonna love it, whatever. It's what you make out of it. Right? So now you're gonna just turn this into some coconut cream soup. So everything has its up and down sides. But you know what? Now that I've opened this, the box of Pandora of intuitive cooking, you know, the box of Pandora of intuitive cooking, I'm just gonna throw in 2 bananas. Because I know myself. And if I don't go all out, you know, I'm just gonna hate life. And when I start hating life, people are gonna realize it. And I rather keep on living life. And then you can just create your own food, you know, the way you wanted it. Okay, I'm working a bit with less salt because I believe salt to be one of the things that deteriorates your teeth. And it's in everything. Okay, whoop. Oh, that reminds me of a soup. Like a coconut something soup that I once made. Oh wow. Okay, now of course I have to pay attention to this. Right? And now tomorrow it's gonna be something else again. So I can make like a standard food, but then I can still introduce change to it. So I can, you know, I can live through winter by only heating one room and then just wearing a jacket in the rest of the apartment. And that can be a great experience and my way back to nature. Because you simply learn to, you know, appreciate spicy food. You know, how to motivate yourself on a cold day. And I can eat also from the pot. Why would I do this? Well, if I eat from the pot, then I don't have to do extra dishes. So you can call that lazy or smart. This is some line oil, if there is still some in it. Nope, it's already empty. You know, what works great with food like this, I'm gonna take just a bit of oil, just for the taste. And I'm gonna pour in some soy sauce. This goes in the fridge. Right, and I can use coconut milk for all kinds of other things, such as, you know, my chai. So I made these patties the other day. It's just potato and carrot with chickpea flour. And now this is horseradish. You just take a grater, you grate it, you know, relatively fine, and then you add vinegar to it, put it in a, you know, steel-like glass jar, store it in the fridge. It keeps for a really long time. Now, horseradish shouldn't be cooked because it loses its spice. Like, now this is a very great addition for winter. And then I have soy sauce, just bought soy sauce. Right, there you go. Now I can eat this together, you know, and have a great meal. And then I can be on my way and do something else. So you prepare food and then you add something fresh to it. You know, may fry some kale, you know, just something simple. So sometimes, you know, storing food in the freezer can be nice. You make it now, you eat it later. I just made like a large tray of, two small trays because I have a small oven. And it could be like a large tray of banana bread because my neighbors chucked out bananas. And I took a whole bag full and turned it into banana bread with corn flour and chickpea flour and bicarbonate of soda and spices like cinnamon and garam masala spice and stuff. And then I baked it, stored it in the freezer. So I have it for later. So I know, right, if I store food also down at the bottom, you know, I make apple mousse now, store it in glass jars, I can eat it later. You know, when mountain ash fruits are ripe, I collect them, turn them into jam, right? Or just cook them without sugar, just like that. And then I can eat them later. That's the whole idea. You know, I ferment food now so I can eat it in 7 to 8 weeks. And that's the whole magic of just leading a life that is at least a bit prepared. And then also just, you know, I have a bit of food storage now. But I also want to make sure I keep using the food, that it doesn't go to waste. So I keep the energy flowing is what I say. So in a sense, you also choose the shops where you buy consciously. You say, I think this guy can have some of my energy because there's something like an exchange, right? Plus he's selling foods that I find useful. So you don't go always to the same shop. I mean, you just check where you like going. Sometimes you just also go somewhere else. Whatever. Okay. You know, that's a short cooking video about what to do with leftovers. You know, spicing up leftovers by having fresh stuff available that you know, I don't know about, you could make your own soy sauce, you know, that could be a nice addition. At the moment, I just use what I have. And I just bought soy sauce because I felt like I need something else. Okay? So that's it. Cheerio.